Hey everybody, 47 here and welcome back to the channel with another Platinator video. This time, Jusant. This time Jusant. Look, when I get into a mood of when I get into a mood of doing something collectible related, like I just do that. Like we had sort of the seal last week. This week we have Jusant, which is very similar in its aesthetic to or gameplay to Sword of the Sea. First trophy, when you find your first document, you'll find a lot of them for the game. This game is a puzzle in the sense of climbing puzzle, beautiful scenarios, and a collectathon. So this is another collectible that you do when you find your first seashell. And this game also very similar to Sword of the Sea. You don't have a spoken story. You have a written story. So it is very important for you to find all of the, at least all of the documents, diaries, papers, all of that for you to understand the story. And also you will find, see, this is me finding another document explaining the story. It's explaining the story, and yeah, you do need to get all of this to understand. And also, there's some stones that you have to pile the stones, and this is the first one that you will do. Again, you need to explore this game a lot. I'm working on a bigger plat that I want to use for because it's Halloween, and it's taking a long time because it's another game with a lot of collectibles. So I use the guide for this one so I can pump more recent games. I have a few games on backup. Oh, this is when you find and activate your first Fresco, which again, it's another collectible, and you have to do this to, well, you have to do this to get the trophy basically. Adventure Buddies. When you finish your first chapter, you will find that little creature you see that went inside the bag. You see right on the bag. And when you hug it for the first time, I think that's what's gonna happen here. I think I'm gonna press yeah CT to interact with your companion. You have to, one gives you adventure buddies, and if you do it 10 times, you will get another trophy, which will be one of the last ones because I didn't hug them that much. Back in motion. This is another collectible. As you can see, a lot of collectibles in this game, and you find these pillars and you just make them rotate. It's not a sphere, you know. There's a specific name for this. And what you need to do basically is, if you want to enjoy, because the game itself, what I did with the game was to find where everything else was. But to do the challenges and the puzzles, I did that on my own, and got a little bit tricky. Not gonna lie, yeah, got a little bit tricky. This one here, you see these little creatures here, these brown creatures here, running in front of them. It's called a Bokeyono or something like that, and you need to scare 10 of them. I think your Bogichu, Bogi Choco, whatever. It's a weird name, but you need to scare 10 of them. When you scare 10 of them, you'll get this trophy. Collective Climb. You will find, so you have an ability because of your companion that will make some trees, some plants grow, so it helps you traverse to different areas, and it freezes some enemies. And these little creatures here, you have to freeze 25 of them with one pulse, and that's what we did. Like, I was timing the right position where there would be more, and I don't know if it was 25 or more than 25, but it was at least 25. Acrobat. Acrobat is, as you can see, you climb, but you can also jump, and you can do double jump, and you need to do that 200 times. You need to jump or double jump 200 times. And look, I'm gonna jump here, you see? I'm gonna activate so there's more sprouts showing, and I jump and I get the Acrobat trophy. And yeah, this is one of the few challenge trophies in a sense. It's one of the few ones. Fresh air. As you can see, there's a stamina bar when you're climbing, and trust me, it's very hard to climb. But you have to rest at least, I think it's 50 times. You have to rest 50 times to get this trophy. So again, I think this will happen very, very naturally. I think that's the one, at least we're gonna see. But from the art style, it is that one. It is the resting one. Then avid reader, when you find all of the papers, because there's two types of papers. There is the diary, and then there is the documents that people find, like official documents, something like that. Uh, and yeah, you just find it as you see. Greetings, avoid craft people. It's like when you play Resident Evil. There's a lot of papers that give you a backstory. This one gives you more story. Uh, Next one is Antique Gallery Manager. When you activate all of the frescoes, it's not this one. It is not this one. We're going to go down this hole in the wall, and we're going to activate the last fresco. Again, the guy that I use, I think he was one of the, there you go, Antique Gallery Manager. I think he was one of the game producers, and ironically, he forgot to show one of the documents, so that's going to be one of the last trophies. Sound Archaeologist. When you find all the shells, and of course, listen to them, and we're going to get immediately after another one because we're going to spend the last thingy there, that one there you see in the back. We're going to spend that one, and we're going to get the trophy. And yeah, it's again like, sort to mention again, Sword of the Sea, but we have to. It's a very chill platformer game with collectibles. You see, it's the cycle celebration when you activate all of them. And on the contrary of Sword of the Sea, this one is very well hidden items, very well hidden, and they're really, really hard to get there because you have to use physics in this game. So if you want to go further away, you need to throw the rope or go over the top to make it so you can swing from one side to another. You have to use common ground is put when you do all of these stone collectibles. So again, very easy if you follow a guide. And yeah, and then you can use the spikes. There was one that I had to pass, which I had to climb up a little bit with the spike, then swing from one side to another, where I go over the wall, and then when I go over the wall, I'd use the physics mechanic to swing again. It was really, really, really good. Uh, Faint Glimmer. This is very close to the end. You will find a flying animal. I would say it's a flying whale. Um, and you reach this crater here with this tower here. This is the last. Area of the game, and you get this trophy if you press R2, L2 to warm your companion. And you get the trophy, and it's very easy. Then the next one is Awakened Memory. So there is a big version of your companion that you don't know what it is, and they don't exactly point to you, but you have to scan it, and he's frozen, and you will get the trophy. Again, by reading the documents, you'll understand everything that it's what it is. So it is this one here on the back activated the sensor, and it's this thing here. It is a frozen companion of yours that is much bigger. Your only story related trophy, Water Piper, and I kind of understood what the game was by first, not frame, but your first image of the game, which explains what Jusant is. Final Ascent. I had to go back to chapter 3 to get the last diary entry, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is a diary entry, and we will get the trophy. So, see, this is a logbook entry, but yeah, that's basically it. When you get the last one, you will get this trophy, Final Ascent. I don't know if this was on purpose, or if the guy really did a mistake, because I was watching, but I wasn't listening. Restored connection. Again, your companion, like I told you at the beginning of the game, or of the video, you have to hug him 10 times and you'll get this trophy. Which, if I'm doing this now, I didn't hug him that much, to be honest. Which, poor thing, it really helped us through the game. Really, really, really helped us. It is a quick game. Again, if you use a guide, it is a very, very quick game. You won't have to repeat anything. You can do it in one run. And again, feel good game. It is a very feel good game. And the last trophy, Angels Carabiner. This is something you probably will get naturally. I didn't. which is a challenge trophy. What you need to do is get a flat wall like this one that you're seeing. You put one of the spikes, you see, and then you start to swing. And the next spike, you have to put it at the top of your run. You see, I was at the top of my run. Before I went down, I put the spike. So it's something that's going to happen naturally as well. Not naturally because I'm doing it at the end, but it's something that might happen naturally. And if you don't, you just take a few turns and you'll manage to do it quite easy. I went to chapter 4 because I knew there was a lot of flat walls. And as soon as I saw this flat wall, I was like, oh, it's going to be here. And I just like three swings and I managed to do it. Sometimes I see, but yeah. But last, that is the Jusant trophy. Let's have, I'm just going to show you the time that I spent with this game. So as you saw, there are not a lot of trophies. Why am I 83%? I'm at 100, whatever. Or maybe because I went back, that's true, I went back. As you can see, it's Final Ascent, read all Bianca's journals entries, exactly what I said. Letters, trophies are very easy. 22 trophies, it's very, very easy. The one that I wanted to fresh air, restore your stamina more than 50 times while climbing. I think the trophy bugged because I went to the ground and the stamina went up, and it shouldn't be like that. When you're climbing and you're losing stamina, you can rest to recover stamina, and then you can go up. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Stop 25 pebbles, use Echo of Frozen Ballast in Chapter 6, warm up the Ballast in Chapter 6. So there's a lot of collectibles, as you can see, not a lot of challenge trophies, and even the challenge trophies are not the hardest. Anyway, guys, that is the video for today. I really suggest that you should try this game. It is really fun. I got to plat in 4 hours, and again, I used the guide. It's gonna take a little bit longer for you if you want to do a clean run. You do a clean run without knowing, just to enjoy the game. But like I said, you'll end up the game without knowing everything about the story because you know the story by reading the document. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.